Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're a regular visitor, welcome back. If you're a first timer, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It helps me here on YouTube. Now in this video I'm going to be reviewing, or trying to, the amazing rugby match between the Australian Wallabies and the New Zealand All Blacks. Well, in Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, Australia last night, something incredible happened, and it was more like a heavyweight boxing fight than a rugby match. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. There's been some good games over the years, but this had everything in terms of drama, controversy, and a sin bin fest that went on for the whole match. So I'm going to try and review this the best I can. There was so much that went on, and I don't want this video to be over 60 minutes, so I'll try and do my best. But I guess pre-game, there was a lot of hype and build up to this match to see whether both of these teams were able to bring their best form to the match. And I'll start off by saying I don't think this was a classic rugby union match in terms of school levels and all the rest of it. It was quite grubby, it was nudgy, it was niggly. It had everything going on throughout the match, and I guess that's what made it so compelling in the overall context of the game. So the All Blacks started off in a flurry, and they got a try after 3 minutes to Takiaho, who's been playing pretty well all season, and I think he's probably a standout forward for the All Blacks in this rugby championship competition. He's played very, very well. He scored 2 tries in this match, and his first one in the first 3 minutes really set up the All Blacks for a quick start. After 25 minutes, it was 10 points to 3 after the Wallabies had got a penalty. The All Blacks had also got an extra penalty after their converted try, so they led 10-3. And then on the 26th minute, the Wallabies got their first try, so that brought the score back to 10-all. It was at that stage you thought, okay, this is going to be a close match, and it's going to go either way pretty quickly in this match. So it was all up to see what was going to happen for the rest of the first half. In the 35th minute, Caleb Clarke from the All Blacks made a decisive break through the middle of the field, but he wasn't able to hook up with any of his support players, and there was a number of support players there for Clarke to unload the ball to, for the All Blacks to score a try, which would have been a pretty vital score, I think, just before half time. But anyway, he got taken down, and the ensuing yellow card came out from the referee, who, the Frenchman Mathieu Reynard, had a interesting game to say the least, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of comments in this video about the performance of the referee again yesterday. So we went into half-time at 10-all. The All Blacks could have been up 17-10 if they'd had scored a try. They didn't. Would have, could have, should have. It didn't happen, so it was 10-all at half-time. So it was really set up for a fantastic and a dramatic second half of this match, and that's exactly what we got. That man Takiaho was back again just after the half-time break, and he scored an outstanding try that went through the All Black backline and then hooked up to the support forwards that were coming through, and Takiaho went over for a well-deserved try in the 41st minute, and he broke through a couple of tackles from the Australians. Richie Mo'unga scored a fantastic try in the 52nd minute. That took the All Blacks out to 24 points to 13. And at that stage you thought, okay, the All Blacks are going to create some ascendancy in this game now, and the Wallabies are not going to be able to stay with it. That was the thought that I had around about that 50-odd minute mark into the game. And then when Will Jordan took a delightful chip that went over the top from Beauden Barrett and ran off to score under the post, it put the All Blacks out to 31-13. And I think, like probably pretty many people watching the game at home, as well as those in the stadium, thought, okay, this is going to be an All Black domination now. They're going to run away from this, from the Wallabies in this game. However, in the 60th minute, it all changed around, and Kellaway for the Australians scored the first of his 2 tries, and it got back a little bit of hope for the Australians, coming back to 31 points to 20 at that stage. But it was in the 67th minute that Kellaway scored his 2nd try, and it brought the Wallabies back to 31-27. And you thought at that stage, right, it's game on, it's going to be dramatic, there's going to be the last 10 or 15 minutes of this match is going to go right down to the wire, but no one probably thought we'd see what we did see. In the 71st minute, Richie Mo'unga got a penalty, so put the All Blacks out to 34 points to 27. In the meantime, the Aussies have been racking up the yellow cards. The All Blacks had had a couple as well, and Matthew Reina was, I guess, making his presence felt on the game. Now, I'm interested to hear what you think about all these yellow cards. We're seeing it a lot in this rugby championship. Is it because the refs are doing their job and they're getting rid of these players that are infringing? Or is it going too far? Are we starting to now see too many yellow cards at this level of rugby? Anyway, back to the game, and in the 72nd minute, Simon from the Wallabies went over and scored in the corner, and the whole stadium erupted as the Wallabies got back to 34 points each. And it was just like, well, the All Blacks were up 31-13 at one stage. The Wallabies had clawed their way back into this game to get to 34 points all. What an outstanding comeback it was by the Wallabies. The crowd was electric, the game was electric at this stage. And when Foley put over his penalty in the 77th minute to give the Wallabies the lead by 37 points to 34, All Black hearts were sinking. And at that stage it thought that they had grabbed this victory from the jaws of defeat, and the All Blacks had been cruising at 31-13, and the Wallabies played some outstanding rugby to get back into this game. The All Blacks defence fell away, and it really turned to chaos there for the All Blacks, just not getting these Australian tackles made. But then we saw something really incredible in the 80th minute of the match. The Australians were awarded a penalty just under their post, and Bernhard Foley was taking his time to try and wind down the clock to get the ball into touch, and during that process the referee, Frenchman Matthew Reina, decided that he'd taken too long and he was going to award a scrum to the New Zealand All Blacks 10 metres out from the Wallabies line. The ensuing scrum win went out through the New Zealand backs, and Jordie Barrett went over in the corner to score the match-winning try, and everybody on the New Zealand side of this game threw their hands up in the air with absolute delight as the All Blacks ended up winning the game 39 points to 37 and winning the Bledisloe Cup in the making. So what a dramatic game it was, what a dramatic finish. I don't think I have ever seen an end to a match like that before. Matthew Reina's decision to award the All Blacks a scrum after the time wasting, it appeared, by Bernhard Foley and the Wallabies. I don't think I've ever seen that in a rugby game of this level before. Tell me what you think. I don't think Matthew Reina will be getting a visa to travel back to Australia anytime soon, and he'll be on the list with Novak Djokovic, I think, for as far as Australian border control goes. So it was an incredibly dramatic match in the second half, a great comeback from the Wallabies. Tahiaho, for me, was the player of the match. He scored 2 fantastic tries. He was great around the park all night in the breakdowns and the tight. He's really stepped up his game to another level, and it was an overall good performance by him. So Kellaway and a couple of others, Foley had a good game as well for the Wallabies, but I just think this was one of the most dramatic matches I've seen for a long time, and the All Blacks were fortunate to get the win. Did they deserve to get it? Well, they played well in the beginning of the second half, but the Wallabies definitely came back and put it to them, and it was any team's win. And one of the things that the All Blacks haven't been doing in recent matches is being able to finish off that last 15 minutes, but they did hold it together. They played to the whistle, they took their opportunities, and that Jordie Barrett try in the 81st minute of the match just shows that, you know, you've got to keep playing until that final whistle, and that's what the All Blacks were able to achieve. So a dramatic win by the All Blacks at Marvel Stadium in Melbourne last night. Are we going to see something as dramatic between the Argentinian Pumas and the Springboks, South African Springboks, on Saturday night? Let's hope so, because this rugby championship has really come to life. Now the All Blacks will play the Wallabies again at Auckland at Eden Park next weekend. We all know the fortress that Eden Park is for the All Blacks, but in this run of form, can anything be taken for granted? It was a fantastic rugby match at Marvel Stadium, And are we going to see a repeat of that next week in Auckland, or are we going to see a Wallabies victory? Only time will tell us. Thanks very much for watching this video and this review of the All Blacks versus the Wallabies from Melbourne, Australia last night. Let me know what you think of the match. Did you think the All Blacks were running away with it in the beginning of the second half? Or did you have hope that the Wallabies were going to do exactly what they did and come back in dramatic fashion? Thanks very much for watching this video. I'll be back again after the Argentinian Pumas and the South African Springboks game on Saturday. Until then, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me your comments about what you thought about this match. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.